Hello everyone, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past Fighter Sword playthrough. So last episode we rescued Zelda and basically did a bunch of useless side quests for some heart pieces and general items. Now we now have the ice rod, so we can really bring in the Snowgrave jokes, considering we also have the Aether medallion. I got 2 bottles, and I got the boomerang from Kekrikyo village, because yes, you can do that. And yeah, this episode I think we're gonna continue doing some of that where possible, really. But I think we're just gonna be heading straight for Eastern Palace, really, because I mean, it's about time, I think. The one thing now I said I wouldn't use any more glitches where possible, but I do want to try out fake flippers if possible, because it would be very funny to pull off. That's not what I wanted to do. So basically, if you enter the water and enter a sweet transistor at the same time, I think though thankfully this doesn't actually hurt me, so I can try it as much as I want, really. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Okay, weird. I think I need to be facing left for this, though. Because basically the game checks if you're in water, to make you swim in one frame, and then it checks if you have the flippers. So that's why you can see the swimming sprite. I'm just gonna try this. I'm not gonna try this for long, but I do want to. Damn it. Yeah, why does it... if I do it diagonally, it just makes me, swim there. That's funny. Whatever. Let's just continue. Might be easier this way, actually. I don't know. I don't want to spend too long on this, but I am curious to see if it's... No, whatever. But yeah. Oh, it might just be Japanese only. I don't know, because I know there's a lot of glitches that only work in the first Japanese release. This might be one of them, especially glitch. Thankfully, he is not one of them. To be fair, that would be very hard to spot, but then again, a lot of Japanese glitches would also be very hard to spot, so whatever. Also, yeah, well, first canon death, but technically we had a death in the landmill fight. I just loaded from save state because I didn't want to do the whole setup again. There we go. Well, not really setup, just redoing the whole big key romp in Hyrule Castle. Alright. Yeah, there's a lot of heart pieces that we're gonna get, but we're not gonna get them right now. I want to get my hands on the Pegasus boots, because going fast is really nice. So yeah, we're gonna be going to Eastern Palace. Now, officially, in the story, we're supposed to be going in this temple to meet with Sahasrara, but you don't actually need to do that, like I said. I mean, you can literally just go straight for Eastern Palace. I mean, hell, with glitches, we could have gone to Eastern Palace, while we were still in the beginning of the game, but I didn't do that, because this is not a fucking glitch playthrough. I mean, it kind of is, but you know what I mean. I love how there's just this one random guard, placed here. I don't even think he gets any stronger when you beat Agahnim. I think it's just this one guy always. Also, just want to point out this beautiful and weird entrance. I don't know what these things are supposed to be like. I thought they were monkey things. They look kind of like goats. I don't know. Whatever. We got these weird ass statues. So they kind of look like not the Android logo, but they look like the fucking Avast mascot or whatever. To me, I don't know. Obviously, that's not what they were, because, I mean, Avast was after. Though I guess maybe Avast is based on these? I don't know. Yeah, Avast was my first and last antivirus, really. I had it on my old, like, XP machine and my Windows 8 machine, I think, because it was, like, from my mom's, so, yeah. Yeah, I've never bought a computer on my own. They're all hand-me-downs. This one's hand-me-down from my uncle, in particular, which is why it works super great. Which is why you might be hearing the fan, like, blaring, because it's, like, half broken. I mean, it works, just that the bearing is, like, worn down, so it's, like, very loud, but it's not been too bad lately. It's been pretty fine, but yeah, I do want to get that replaced. But I'll need some thermal paste for that, and yeah, not gonna be pretty. Hello? Oh, right, I need this to leave this. Oh, cool, yeah, just fucking telefrang me. That's odd. Last time I went to this dungeon, like, the only 3 of them spawn, but yeah, normally it's 4. Also, I just missed that completely. Interestingly, you can actually use the boomerang on them. I will say it is a little nostalgic to be playing this dungeon at 3 AM, because one time when I was much younger, I'll say a compass. You found the compass. You can now pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. I know it's meant to be like, you know, master that is evil, but I always read that as like some, you know, master of evil, and that just felt goofy to me. Also, this is the first time we get to see these things. Linky, it is I, Sahasrara. I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. Here's a hint, you can use the treasure hidden in this palace to defeat armored foes. Which isn't untrue, but you don't really, but like, oh yeah, I guess for the Igors it's true, but also for the green ones you can just throw a pot to their face, and that works. Also, I love how he talks to us, even though we've never met, so he doesn't even know us, but these always have the same dialogue. There's actually, they are all from Asrasula, except one in the Palace of Darkness, which is from Zelda, and then there's one from Crystal Hen, as you might may or may not know, who turned out to be real, I think, as far as I know. Like, there was like a whole like investigation, like mystery, but we'll touch more on that once we trigger that, and it's not gonna be for a little while. Though just know I did trigger that as a child one time when I was with a friend, and this wasn't before the internet, obviously. I'm not that old, but this was before I had access to it, because I didn't have like my PC yet, so yeah, I had like no idea about that, and yeah, it was a legit, you know, like 90s experience of like seeing like a glitch, and then like your friends just not believing you. But in this case, my friend was here, but then when we tried it again, like, you know, the room didn't reappear, because yeah, we went like down the I forget, I'll just say it. So the Crystal Hen room is basically a room that's like a failsafe if you like fall down a hole. In fact, in the code it's literally called like pitfall emergency room. But yeah, basically if you fall down a pitfall and the game doesn't know where to place you, it just throws in that room, and it's just a room with a bunch of like blue rupees and a message from Chris Houlihan, which was like a Nintendo Power Contest winner, who a lot of people like weren't sure if he actually existed or not, because like it was like very weird, and like no one knew if anyone actually like submitted to the contest in Nintendo Power, because like there wasn't any like official like announcement of it, so some people thought like it just never happened and it was like just a placeholder name or whatever. But yeah, apparently like, he was found, so yeah, he is real. But yeah, in any case, like normally like the way most people trigger that thing is like they go to the like tree that you can like the lumberjacks chop down by the time you beat like Agahnim and go to the Dark World. You place a bomb and then you get knocked into it and it throws you in there, which we'll probably do. But yeah, one time I just went down like one of the holes near the sanctuary that leads to like just very really, and yeah, I got the room by complete chance. So yeah, I was like, me and my friend were just very confused, because then obviously when we tried it again, it just led us to like the regular room. In fact, I think this was for like our like Link to the Past playthrough that like we were doing. So yeah, technically the precursor to this series. I don't think we ever uploaded it. Maybe we had on my old channel, but if we did, it's not there on there anymore, sadly. But if I can find it, honestly, I think I'll upload it just for shits and giggles. Also, yeah, first boss key in the series. Well, no, second one, but yeah, this is the first game that included boss keys, or I guess big keys in this game, because they do lead to the boss, but they're like also used for the big chests over here, which will give us the bow or with, you know, bow and arrows. Yeah. Oh, I also just want to show off the pots here. So yeah, you can drop down in these spots, and in this one you get like fairies in this very cool looking like dark room. I don't remember where it is on the EG map actually. I really don't remember where it is. It might be on the like sub underworld map. So like, there's two maps for exploration related. Like there's the regular one with most of the dungeon entrances, but then there's like the ones for like a few houses and like the royal tomb or whatever. It's weird. Yeah, they move when you do that. I'm gonna turn on the light. But yeah, if I can find that old like shitty ass like let's play, I will upload it. I do have like a few DVDs of my old videos. I don't, but they were mostly like weird ass like skits I did, like like weird stories I made up in my head, and I just recorded, and they are unwatchable. Because I mean, basically just like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old. I don't remember when how old I was. Actually, the time and date or whatever went out the time, but yeah, I was very young. It's basically just a young kid screaming insanities. It's weird. You can see my cool Lego like Link I made. So yeah, some value, I suppose. I'll post a photo, either in this episode or like in the next episode, whatever. But yeah, I don't really know if I still have it, because I don't think it was in there, so it's probably like on my XP like computer, and that thing is, well, first of all, it was busted, and then I literally just threw it away when I did the move because I didn't need that. I did want to make us like a sleeper build with the case, because the case like does look really good, but whatever. Oh well. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could probably find like an old one and buy it like for this shits and giggles, but obviously won't have my data on it, so whatever. Yeah, I got the cannonball room over there. Here we go. Ooh, I will take that magic actually. There we go. I'm gonna charge up spin attack, because we can then do this. Ah, missed. Whatever. Yeah, if you shoot them too early, they're still immune even though they have their eyes open. It's annoying. There we go. But yeah. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the story I was saying, but yeah, one time I like got up at night like late because I just woke up randomly, and I just played like the start of Zelda 3, and I got to like this fast. I got to the boss, but then my like babysitter, because like he was because this guy, I live with my babysitter and my mom. They weren't together per se, but like they sleep in the same bed, so who the hell knows, really? But yeah, he called me, so yeah, that was funny. But yeah, it's very funny to be playing at 3 AM again. My mom's gonna come through the door and be like, "Shut up, you're too loud." And here we have a very fun boss, the Armos Knights, who are basically fucking like bumper cars. Like they just jump around. They're like kids on a sugar rush. Oh, can I get a quick kill? I want. Ah, nah, I didn't get it. Sad. Now, interestingly, they have like their own unique like death effect. But one time when I was playing this game, which is, you know, many times, like the last Dragonite actually like exploded with the classic like boss explosion. I don't know why that happened, and I never got it to like happen again. So whatever. And we get our first pendant. And the very, very satisfying boss defeated fanfare in this game. The 100% is also good, but yeah, this one is just so good. You won the Pendant of Courage. Take it to Sasrula. Why would I do that? 2 pendants remain. Well, I know why I would do that, but like, in lore, this Link has never met Sasrula. He's just like the weird old guy that talked to him in his mind. So yeah, must be a little weird. Also, I know there's like 100 rupees in the chest. I think I missed, but whatever. I mean, we're almost at the maximum because we just have. There are so many rupees in this game. Honestly, this game is the one that started like the trend of having too many rupees. You could say the same about Zelda 1, but really, not really, because you have a lot of items you can buy. I mean, you need to buy the bait and the like arrow. Then you have like the blue ring that's like 250 rupees. So yeah, and then the magic shield for 90. So yeah, I think there's not so much secret money in that game that you're gonna have like a surplus. Plus, you can only carry 250 at a time, and you have all the fucking like scammer old guys that just wait out in like sealed caves to just like scam you out of your money. So yeah, not really. Anyways, Sasrula. You are correct, young man. I am Sasrula, the village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. What? Linky, I'm surprised a young man like you is looking for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that sword. According to the tales handed down by the Hylia, only the hero who has destroyed 3 great evils and won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. I see you have acquired the Pendant of Courage. I will tell you about the legend behind it. It normally tells you the legend before, like if you meet him before you do the pendant, but I never do that anymore because why would I bother? 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among them, the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Linky, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants. And carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. He gives you the Pegasus shoes. Now you can execute a devastating dash attack. Best item in this game. A helpful item is hidden in the cave on the east side of Lake Hylia. Get it. Yeah, I already got it. I should edit a fucking snowgrave there. Also, yeah, you can dash through cracked walls. Only the ones that have like a circle around them, but that's most cracked walls until the Dark World dungeons, where then yeah you get power bumble walls, but still useful. Fuck. Yeah, we are almost at the maximum. Yeah, to beat this game, you only need like 610 rupees at the minimum, 500 for the flippers, then 110 for the monkey, assuming you don't get hit and need to pay him the 10 rupees again. I forgot what I was talking about, honestly. Oh well. It'll come back to me, I'm sure. Now, I will be going back to Kakariko Village because we need to get the Book of Majora. Not of Majora, thank God. Yeah, we're gonna get the, actually no, yeah, we're gonna go there. I was tempted to go for the witch, like, because now she would give me the magic powder, but I don't really need it at this point. Besides, we're gonna go there once we get the gloves, so we can go to Zora's domain and stuff. So yeah. Hello, arrow guy. Ah, animals went away. And so did that guy. We're gonna see him much later on, but just know his ocarina is over here. Or else flute, but it's an ocarina really. And it is blue, so honestly it is probably the Ocarina of Time, just like it doesn't have like, because I mean that guy just warped to Dark Worlds with it somehow. Honestly, I'm really not sure how that's possible, because I mean when you get it you don't get to warp to the Dark World, so you just get to use the fucking like funny bird. But yeah, honestly I do think it is the Ocarina of Time, most likely. Plus this is in the Downfall timeline, so like it is after Ocarina of Time, so yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise. I like this guy's dialogue. Hey Linky, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Yeah, sorry, I just burst through the fucking wall. And we got the race. If you can reach the goal within 15 seconds, we'll give you something good. Crack. Ready, set, go! Funny sign. Your try this time was 0 minutes 8 seconds. You qualified. Congratulations. I present you with a piece of heart. Also, no, you cannot warp from the Dark World to just cheese this, because there's an obstacle like right here. So yeah, sadly, I mean it's not really hard. I do wonder how high that number can count to, because it does have minutes, but like, why would you ever need more than like fucking 8 seconds? Like I said, I mean, even if you go like the wrong way around, it's like gonna be 30 seconds at most. But whatever. Are there? Oh yeah, I forgot the heart piece in Blind's basement. Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to tell, like in the previous episode. So I was talking about how that the other cave was my favorite because of the loot, but also because it's a very easy location to get to from Hyrule Castle with Explosion Glitch, so I use it a lot. So I used it a lot when I did my like super OP save. It is also not very far from the Ice Palace, which also has a Explosion Glitch like kick out screen that just kicks you out like the screen with the moving wall in the Desert Palace. So you can very easily like get blue mail very early if you really want to, which I've done a few times just for the sake of it. Also, yeah, we got the funny weird ass tree over here. You get the pink ones, but that green one only appears on this screen, I'm pretty sure. Though I guess Kirkuru Village has weirder stuff, like this fucking pound spot that has like no purpose. I think the bush has like a higher drop rate for good stuff. I don't really know. But yeah, just very pointless things over here. Also, I don't have a lot of arrows, interestingly. Hey, you know what? Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna visit the fortune teller. It's basically the Hindman of this game. And yeah, this is the first game with a fortune teller. You look like you might have an interest in destiny. May I tell your fortune? I'll make it cheap. I fucking love his animation. He's basically doing the fucking like Dr. Light panic thing, but it just looks less like he's panicking. It just looks goofy. Abracadabra Kazam, you will open the desert lock with the Book of Mudora. That will take 20 rupees. I hope you will be healthy. Yeah. And he does fully heal you if you're hurt. So yeah, it's useful. There's one more heart piece we can get right over here. Also, yeah, these are supposed to be rocks. I always saw them as like weird, like mushrooms. I don't know why. Alright, piece of art and a very boring looking cave. I do like the little pedestal though. It has some charm. Now we can go get the book. I mean, we could have gotten it earlier anyway, but whatever. I don't know if there's any place that sells arrows, actually. I think there are, but really the best way to get arrows is just, like, enemies and the Great Fairy. Oh yeah, that guy just says something if you catch him. It's not really interesting. Where... Oh yeah, it's out of the village. I never buy bombs or arrows or really anything other than potions in this game, really. Yeah, you get the library, and here's how you get the book. Just dash in the... Just bash your head into the fucking bookcase, and there you go. It is actually a very cool item because you can use it on, like, more than just opening up the desert palace. You can use it on the, like, for example, you can read the engraving in front of the Master Sword. So yeah, it is cool. It obviously doesn't have much of a purpose outside of opening the desert palace, so it's kind of a one and done deal, really. I'm just gonna... And yeah, honestly, I think this would probably be a good spot to end things off on, because I don't want to get, like, started with the Desert Palace in this episode. Yeah, I know it's a bit shorter than the last one, but hey, it's still longer than 20 minutes, so whatever. Anyway, if you like this episode, even if it was... I mean, we did do Eastern Palace, so whatever. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe, and as always, see ya!